Nah, it's the wrong song, Court. It's the wrong one, too.
Are you ready for the talk of the town? Your favorite podcast while you're driving around. We're number one, so toss us the crown. Better believe that we will hold it down with the Long Island Sound. Welcome to 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 the Long Island Sound.
All right, yo, what's up? We got your man Big Sill here. We got my bro Lil Ant.
You guys know the drill. Big Ant over here. Got Little Sill to my right.
All right, yo, we got a big guest today. This is the biggest fish we got. We got my man Big Tone. You might know him, PSU guy.
Ant the champ.
He's the first blue check on this show. So he got a lot of love for us.
And I'll be honest, he's been dealing with a lot of shit before. So we had a little bit of technical difficulties.
Oh, yeah.
So he's actually been patient with us. So my man Ant the champ, Big Tone, give us a quick intro.
Ant the champ here. Been fighting through some adversity these last couple hours, but, you know, ride or die for my boys here. So we're ready to go.
I like it.
We got to say, Big Tone, one of those guys who, you know, I'm going to be honest, I thought Big Tone was my boy. I was telling my brother, I was like, Big Tone's my boy. Like, I can get him on the podcast. He's like, oh, hit him up. I hate to say it, I hit him up.
Yeah, he dead ass hit him with it.
Motherfucker goes,
yo, is
who
this
is
Ant?
this?
Oh.
Didn't even have my number saved. I was so fucking sick about this.
So I'm going to give you another little background, Tone. My brother's PSU cred is in the toilet. So, like, first he was like, now, obviously, you know we're Shaq's boy. So that's how we have the PSU.
That's what you guys already started off on the wrong foot there. I mean, that's
exactly. I found that out. Now, just so you know, we don't fuck with Shaq no more. So I know they call him Sugar. This is a dentist podcast. There's no sugar out here. He's done. He's dead to us. Shaq is dead to us.
Nah, it's fuck Shaq from now on.
Yeah, it's dead ass fuck Shaq. And you know who else it is? It's fuck RBY as well. This guy, I hit him up the other day. I'm like, yo, wait, first of all, we hit him up. He goes, yo, who the fuck is this? So Ant was like, yo, it's Ant, Shaq's boy. He goes, who? So right off the bat, it was a bad look to start. Then I hit him up the other day after he won. I'm like, yo, champ, you too big time to come on the podcast? He's like, nah, bro, whenever. Hits me in like 5 seconds. So I'm like, oh, yo, we're good. I texted him the other day. I'm like, yo, let us know a date. Yo, dude leaves me on red. Straight red.
So now I'm worried about this with you, Big Tone. So I seen you keep hinting at a possible UFC thing. Is that something you want to do? Talk a little bit about now that wrestling. Are you still trying to wrestle? Like, what's the next year to 2 years look like for you?
Yeah, so MMA, UFC is 100% my future. That's gonna be my career. Right now, I'm still recovering from a shoulder surgery, so I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to wrestle a couple more years before I start fighting, but fighting is 100% the future. And so, yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now.
Is that something you've always wanted to do? Or, like, I feel like it's such, like, a new school thing that so many more wrestlers now are getting into it. Like, have you been wanting to do it since you were a kid? Or were you like, damn, I'm so good at wrestling that, like, I feel like I just need to do this because I would be good?
I watched it since I was like mad young, like 6 or 7, watching dudes like Fedor and Vitor, Belfort, like all those dudes, like, But back then it was crazy. Like those dudes were just like killing each other. Like no rules, like soccer kicks.
Oh, bro, back then they even wore like no fucking gloves at one time when I was younger.
Yeah. So that was dope. Like from a entertainment standpoint, like I loved watching it, but I didn't really want to do that crap until like my freshman year. Yeah, my freshman year of high school, I started seeing like more wrestlers like dominating and started like transforming more into like a sport as opposed to like just like chaos, like street fight. Yeah.
Wait, so you a Frankie Edgar guy since he's from Jersey?
Yeah, Frankie Edgar, yeah.
Yeah, you know Frankie Edgar.
I can respect Frankie Edgar.
He's like the president of Jersey, that guy.
Yeah. That guy get Jersey.
I will say this, though, Big Tone. I did see this, and I got to call you out on this.
Yeah, we don't like this, Tone.
So I seen you with, I forget who you were with, but you took a picture like with DC. I think it was on like a Thursday. So you were with DC. Now, I'm a huge DC guy. So I was like, oh, yeah, DC got Big Tone in his corner. Like,
this is big.
It's looking good. Then the very next day, I see you out to eat with, I think it was Stipe, who he was fighting.
Yeah, were you trading secrets?
You trading because I bet on DC, and then he ended up losing, and I'm seeing you trading words with him.
All right, well, first off, this is actually a mad funny story, but first off, my biggest bet win ever was DC Stipe 1. I put bread on DC the first fight, and it was like
he
my
won the
biggest
first
payday.
one, right?
Yeah, he knocked him out in the first round, and he was like a big dog, underdog for that fight.
Yeah,
so that was my biggest payday. My 2 biggest losses ever have been on the following 2 fights between those 2 dudes. Because as much as I love Stipe, I rode with DC for all 3. But the story with the training is, so Bo, Nickel, and I were going out to meet with DC's management because they wanted to sign us. So we were out there with their management, hanging out with DC. We did like his pre-fight dinner and all of that. Like his kind of whole
pick
routine.
up the tab? DC pick up the tab?
Yeah.
I like that.
No, yeah, he was mad cool. Like hung out with us a bunch, like talking to us, even though he was like fighting the next day and stuff. And then it was, so that was like a couple days before the fight. And then the next day, we're going out to train with our strength coach out at the training lab. And he's like, yo, like Stipe's coming by with his team to train. Like you guys are
I had to leave.
Yeah, like you guys are
Nah, Big Tone was just on the train. He wanted to meet him.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, that's cool. Like we'll meet him. Stipe rolls in, like nicest dude ever, like complete bro, like just like chilling with us.
Yeah, they say he's like a mad cool guy.
Yeah, mad cool. And so like they start training. They're doing their last, like they're literally doing like their whole game plan. Like the what happened in the second fight, like Stipe did to a T, like perfectly, like pushing up against the cage, body shots, like all that stuff. Like it was pretty crazy to see him like perfectly do what they were working on.
Yeah, you couldn't tell DC some of that strategy.
Yo, so they're working on that whole game plan, and halfway through,
I'd have had to be texting DC.
Yeah, halfway through the workout, Stipe like stops and walks over to us like out of breath, and he's like, "Yo, you guys aren't like boys with DC, right?" Like he like realized it halfway through, and we're like, we pause for a second, we're like, nah, bro, we're not.
Nah, we barely know him.
Fucking Tone jumped right on the Stipe train.
So we're like, we're with you,
wait till
bro.
Stipe found out he bet on DC.
And so we're like, nah. And so like the fact that Stipe was so cool, bro, like we just had to like keep our mouths shut. So like we rolled with both. And then the fight happened how it was, but it was mad fun.
Yeah, because I remember seeing those pictures and I was like, I wonder if like, and I didn't know how close, like I didn't know if you guys like were mad friendly with DC, and I was like, I wonder if DC hit them up and was like, damn, yo, I just bought y'all dinner and now you're out with Stipe? Yeah.
It was back to back. Like we were like, yo, like what are we gonna do? Like they're both mad cool.
I'd have dead ass done the same thing. I'd have been like, fuck, I gotta meet.
I'd have done the same thing.
I'd have dead ass did the same thing. So yo, here's a little wrestling question now. So wait, first question. What school did you go to in Jersey?
It's called Montgomery.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I never even heard of that.
I know a lot of Bergen Catholic guys.
Yeah, it's not a wrestling school. I was the first state champion ever and ever since. Right. So yeah.
All right, I can respect that. Yeah, I used to go to school with a couple of Bergen guys, and they dead ass swore that if you didn't go to Bergen, you didn't even wrestle. Like that's basically what they told me.
Yeah, they got some monsters.
So here's a question, man. Let me hear the funniest travel story you got.
Oh, because that was like my favorite thing. Like
yeah. The travel was my favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't a big dog like you, but NYU, we had a team. But the travel's the best part to me. So let me hear the best story you got. Funny. And listen, you got to call the guy out, whoever it is, as long as they won't get in trouble. Otherwise, just name them something else.
Travel story.
I'm trying to think of something. Right. So you got one you could...
I got a good one. You want me to tell one first?
Yeah. Start.
All right.
Remind me of something.
So back when I was young, I was maybe in like the 10th or 11th grade. My old coach, this guy, Mike Bacozzi.
Yeah, shout out the GOAT.
Yeah, so he comes and he took us upstate to like a freestyle tournament. So we go upstate, and he lived in like this like little cabinet. It was creepy as shit. And it was me, my buddy Dan, and these two kids. They were younger than us. They were freshmen, I think, at the time. So there was only one bed in the whole cabin. So my coach had a bed, and then there was like this loft with like an air mattress or something. So my coach like showed us his whole property. He lived near like this creek, and it was the winter. So we go there, and we had to pick a dip can off the top of a hunting rack, and we got timed. And whoever got it the quickest, they got the bed. So we
that seems fair.
We split up into twos, but it was nighttime. So me and my friend Dan Fox go out, boom. We run out, come back mad quick. Probably like 3 minutes. So we send Kurt and Darren out. So, like 15 minutes goes by, Ant. And, like, now we're starting to get worried because we're like, what the fuck? Like, these kids are lost. So, like, 20 minutes goes by. My coach is like, we got to find them. So we go into the woods, and we got nothing except like a 7-wick candle. So we're walking in the woods. Nobody can find. We're like, Darren, Kurt. Nobody sees them. Bro, we find these kids. Now it's winter, okay? I'm talking there's snow on the ground. It's winter. We get by the creek. My coach finds them. You're not going to believe how they were. Bro, both of them are in their underwear. I don't know how the fuck they got in their underwear. Bro, in their underwear, spooning.
Like without a paddle.
Like spooning for warmth. I swear to you. Like, if you don't believe me, I'll call somebody right now to verify this. Bro, spooning for warmth. Like, to this day, we don't know what the fuck happened. But, like, it's a story that it's a Longwood legend, and it'll go down just like that. So that's the kind of story I'm looking for. I don't want to see somebody went out and didn't make weight. I don't want to hear, like, a Luke Gardner story.
This is the first. Nah, no one wants to hear that. This is the first one that popped in my head. And of course it involves freaking Shaq.
Oh, of course.
God. Yeah, let's not say his name on this show anymore.
Yeah, he wants not be named. So we're at a camp in Georgia. Like me, him, a couple other guys, and our coaches. We're doing this like 3-day camp. It was kind of annoying. Like we would drive down to Georgia. The coaches still do it. Like they're savages. They drive down to Georgia. It's like 13-hour drive. We do like a 3-day camp and then drive back.
That sounds rough.
Yeah, you get like $1,000 or whatever. So like at the time it was yeah.
Yeah, that's gold.
Yeah, listen, when you're in college, that's big money.
That's like 2 semesters worth.
Yeah, that's big money.
Yeah, so Shaq and I were just like every year, like we just like grind and pull it out. And so the last time we did it, like we were getting old at this point. Like it was like our junior year of college. So we're rooming together in Georgia, and him and I, you guys probably know this about him, but him and I both have had like history of night terrors.
Yeah.
We know Shaq night terrors.
He punched like holes in my wall once.
Yeah. So I've done like some crazy stuff. Like I punched through like a double glass window in my sleep. like freaking destroyed my hand, like bleeding all the way down. I've punched my door like so many times to where it was just like gone.
I didn't know you had the night terrors.
Shaq must have gave it to him. He must have called him.
Yeah. It was, and when we were together, it was like contagious, bro. It was that. And so we were in Georgia one night, and he's up in his bed, like watching something. And I knock out. And this is like how he told me it happened. I like just got up, just jumped out of bed, opened the door, and just booked it. Just started, like, I just pieced. It was like we were in the like dorms. And so he like jumps up, rips open the doors, and starts sprinting after to try to catch me. And he's like yelling at me. And he said like he's never seen me run so fast in his entire life. Like I was just out. I was running so fast that when I woke up, like my joints were so sore. Like I felt like I tore my ACLs. And so I get up, I'm just in my boxers, I'm sprinting. And I get to the freaking exit, and I just go outside. Luckily, like I go to the exit where it was like a huge deck, so I couldn't like get off the deck.
And I'm trying to even jump off the deck.
Yeah, and so I'm running to go climb over the deck. Finally, Shaq like yells something and wakes me up, and I just wake up, and like we're both standing there in our freaking boxers, and I'm like, "What's good?"
Like, that's nuts.
All I'm thinking of is like Step Brothers when they like go downstairs. Like 2 of them just like doing random stuff.
I'll be honest, I'm surprised Shaq woke up.
Oh yeah, he like is such a deep sleeper.
He slept at like our house so many times that like I remember when I was younger, but my brothers were younger and Shaq was younger, where like he'd sleep over and it'd be like 4:30. Like my whole family would be doing shit, and I'd be like, "Didn't Shaq sleep over?" And they were like, "Oh, he's still sleeping upstairs." And I'd be like, and I'm talking like 4:30 in the afternoon. This dude just like won't wake up.
Yeah, bro.
He was the worst with that.
He was still up at the time, but yeah, that was one.
That was probably it. The kid doesn't sleep. He's like nocturnal. Yeah. He's like a raccoon.
No, yeah.
So Big Tone, before you went up to heavyweight, you were at 197. Yeah. How much weight did you cut?
Yeah, and did you ever have a tough time making weight?
Did you have like a tough time making it? Like you got any like, I don't know, like funny stories about like cutting weight where you were just like, I'm going to quit or anything like that? Because people don't know. A lot of people, you got to explain to them.
Yeah, people don't know the weight cut.
People don't realize that weight cut grind.
Oh my gosh, bro. Yeah, you guys probably know how it is. Like it was, I was at 197 from when I came into college, and it was like, all right. But I knew coming into college, like I was going to go heavyweight because I could feel like my body continuing to like.
Oh, quick side note, actually. That reminds me. I remember I got to call myself on this. I actually hated you at first because, Constantine, obviously. Shout out Constantine. Yeah. This was, he lived next door to me in college, and he's Big Tone's boy from home.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, yeah, my boy goes to Penn State. Like,
oh, so yeah, back then you were a rival to Shaq.
So he was like, oh, yeah. Well, at the time, they were different weights, though.
Oh.
He was like, yeah, my boy goes to Penn State. Like, my boy's mad good. I was like, oh, who's your boy? He's like, Anthony Cassar. I was like, I never fucking heard of that kid. Like, and he was like, nah, bro, he's mad good. And I remember he always would tell me about you. So it got to the point where I was like, I really hope this kid sucks. Like, because he would talk about you so much.
Oh, I love that.
So years later, I do want to say, Big Tone, I do now like you. And I washed that away, but I gotta say, I did hate you at one point.
Yeah, listen, I hate to say, with the PSU guys, for me, I like a lot of them, and then I learned to hate them.
Yeah,
I hate them.
So Big Tone, I do like you, but keep going. So sorry about that. I just remember that now.
Yeah, I'm still on the edge with y'all, but so moving on. So so cutting weight. When I first came to college, it was 197, and then like 3 years goes by, and I'm still 197. So I'm like going into that junior year. I'm like, this is my last year. Cutting down, because at that point I was like walking around comfortably like 215, 220.
Yeah, you looked huge, I remember.
Yeah, and so my diet then was just crazy. Like Shaq could tell you, like we were hanging out like a lot during that year, even though like we ended up having to compete for the spot. And he would get so tight at me because like I'd come in like after a weekend and be like, yo, I splurged yesterday, like I'm probably so heavy right now. And he's like, me too, bro. Yeah, and he's like, me too, bro. I had two sandwiches of Chick-fil-A, 2 shakes, all this. And he's like, what'd you do? I was like, oh, never mind, bro. Like I just had 11 cashews.
Oh yeah, you're the type of person that pisses me off.
Yeah, I definitely dead ass hate you.
He's so tight, bro. He'd be like, yo, get the hell out of my face. And so that year was like every single thing I put into my body was like calculated, because I couldn't afford to like gain like a pound. And so so like just like 0 sodium, like 3 like very small meals throughout the day, and like that was just like
Yeah, see, Tone, I didn't think you were that disciplined.
Yeah, that's impressive.
I mean, if I say I splurged, I probably ate like 3 or 4 boxes of Little Debbie cakes, a couple of big meals. You know, I can't do that lightweight stuff.
So hold on, Big Tone, I got a pretty funny weight cutting story. You'll appreciate this one. So this was my sophomore or junior year of high school. We had a teammate who he would always miss weight.
I think I know this story.
Always miss weight. So my coach and this was like, in Jersey, you have the districts, the regionals, the states. Like, you have to weigh in and qualify. So this was the leagues. This was the league. So it would be the equivalent to like your district tournament. So my coach was like, this kid's not going to make weight. I can sense it. Like, you know what? He left practice like 1 pound over. My coach's like, you know what? You're sleeping at my house. So this is that same coach, by the way. So kid comes over. He puts him in the basement. So he's like, all right, you sleep in the basement, here's a bed, blah, 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 blah. So we're like, all right, kid's going to make weight. Comes in the next morning, he's 4 pounds over.
No, but you forgot.
Yeah. Comes in the next morning, 4 pounds over. My coach goes, what the fuck? Like, how did this happen? He looks at his phone. Because, like, I guess he weighed him at the house. He looks at his phone. The dad texted him and was like, my son's eating and drinking. Like, I can sense it.
Yeah. Yo, wait till you see what he eats.
He goes down. The coach goes downstairs to check. He drank from the cat bowl and ate the cat food. So he drank the water from the cat bowl.
No, dead ass.
Like, drank the water. And it was one of the ones that are like a hamster, where you got to put your mouth on it, and like the more you lick, the more you get. So he gained 3 pounds from drinking water and eating the cat food. And ended up not making weight.
Well, listen. A story like this, you need to know the name. The kid's name? Jake Restrepo. Bro, it was great. Great story. Kid became a state champ,
He did become a state champ, went out to Maryland, but it was hilarious.
That was a good story. All right,
wait. Damn, I don't know if I've ever been that desperate.
Yeah, dude, that's pretty bad.
People don't know Long Island is rough with the weight cutting out here.
Yeah, bro. They don't care out there, bro.
I feel like
now Shaq didn't cut a lot of weight. Maybe
in high school, but
that 1 year when he was 112, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he cut a lot of weight at 112.
So I saw a Big Tone also. You posted this chick on your Instagram story like a month or 2 ago. I think she was on like The Bachelorette or something. You going on The Bachelor?
Yeah, I was thinking about it, bro.
Did you ever like actually sign up for it? Because honestly, you got like the stature for it. I feel like.
Yeah. Nah, I've been low key watching it for like years now, and
oh God.
And so after I got hurt, I was like, yo, I could probably
Hit the
do that.
time.
Yeah, and like everyone was hitting me up like, yo, you should do this, you should do this. But it's like it could be like 12 weeks of filming, which is like a lot. And plus like it takes like a while before you know like the girl that you're applying to be on the season for. So like
that's true.
Oh, I didn't know they show you the girl. I thought you just show up and she's there.
Yeah, I honestly I don't even know, but like there's a lot that went into it. So I was just like throwing it out there, and it got like a good amount of traction. But yeah, that one girl is like if she was ever the Bachelorette, I'd be on it.
Yeah, oh
nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, she was hot.
I didn't see it, but I like that.
Nah, she was hot. So we asked every one of our guests this question too. It's like, so for you, I'll give you this scenario. You end up in the UFC, you end up winning the belt, so you're in Vegas, let's say. You can pick one celebrity that goes out with you that night to celebrate, to do whatever you want. We've heard who? Snoop Dogg. Someone said James Harden.
Yeah.
Who would you pick if you could have one celebrity that goes out with you that night?
Girl or guy? I feel like
your choice, man.
Just not that Bachelorette girl, because we already know her now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do both, guy and girl. Guy.
Here we go.
I do. I like Mayweather's like my dude. Like that's like.
I'm not a huge Mayweather guy, but he's a good guy to go out with.
Yeah, that like he runs Vegas, so he seems like he'd be a good dude to go out with. Girl.
I don't even know a girl for me.
I don't even know.
I would just try and pick like the hottest girl. Like,
yeah, probably.
I'd probably
just. There's probably enough girls out there, so.
Yeah, if you're rolling with Mayweather, there will be options.
Yeah, you'll definitely have options. All right, so here's another look. So I know at Penn State you got, so you got a lot of big names over there. Any hazing going on over there? You know, not big time hazing, little hazing.
Zero, bro. No comment.
Really?
Is it like a zero top? Does it even get talked about where it's like, don't pick? I'm talking hazing like, oh, this guy's a freshman here. You'll carry my laundry to the thing.
Yeah.
Stupid,
like carry my shit
not
like
that. You're beating him with a paddle.
Yeah, not Memphis stuff.
For real, like the only hazing that I've seen is like on the mat. Like freshmen come in and it's like no holds barred. Like they
I like that.
The older dudes will just like
that's that Pat Downey style. I like that.
they'll just go off on it. I remember my freshman year, like those dudes, like the seniors and stuff, like they didn't give a crap. Like
so who used to pound you?
Yeah, who was the seniors when you got in there?
You remember Matt Brown?
Yeah, no, Matt Brown.
I don't remember. Yeah. Matt Brown. Ed was still there, but he was like on his way out. Jimmy Lawson was there. He was a dude from Jersey. He was a big dude.
Oh, he was the heavyweight, right?
Yeah,
I remember.
And then the coaches are ruthless too. Like you got to break those freshmen in. So that's like the only hazing. It's like,
wait, Kale get on the mat and wrestle?
Oh yeah, every day, bro.
Yeah, still.
Yeah,
I really thought he was just more of a X and O's guy.
Nah, bro, he trains more than us.
Jesus,
he ever gonna make a comeback?
Yeah. I mean, he feels like he could.
Here's one. Who you got winning? David Taylor at heavyweight or
Wait, Taylor at heavyweight?
No, I'm saying no. David Taylor at his weight or Kale if you cut down.
Oh, like if they were at the same weight?
Yeah, if they were at the same weight.
Kale.
I say Kale. But I'm an anti-David Taylor guy.
Well, yo, you guys anti everybody, bro.
No. Listen.
This next podcast, you're gonna be like, yo, I'm anti Big Toe next podcast.
No.
You're a ride or die now.
Yeah, you're a ride or die.
But since you came on once, we consider you now a recurring guest, so you got to come on now whenever we ask.
So listen, if I got to rank the PSU guys, all right, I'll rank the PSU guys. Right now, you're easily number one, and it's not because you're here. You're number one. Number two. Number two, definitely my man Chenzo. Chenzo got a big spot for us. Number three, you know what? I don't even know this guy. What's that guy? Carter?
Yeah, Carter.
Yeah,
yeah. I feel like I can ride with that guy. Carter,
he's the man.
Listen, RBY used to be on there, but it's fuck RBY now. I like Nick Lee. Also. Yeah. You know what? Everyone tells me this, that Nolf's a great guy. Something about him I don't like. I've always liked Bo. I actually like Zayn as well.
Yeah, the guys ain't that. Big Tone, when you go around, but if you're not on campus, does anyone ever, like, do you get recognized? Like, do people like, yo, you Ant Cassar? Does that ever happen?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, up here it's different.
Yeah.
Like, if I go out, like, I mean.
Like, if you came to visit me on Long Island and we went to the mall, then we went to a bar at night, and then we went to get breakfast somewhere, how many people would recognize you?
On LI or here?
In Long Island.
Nah, he got LI family. I met one of his cousins one time.
Wait, really?
Yeah, bro. All my extended family's out there, bro. I got like 60 Cassars out there.
Wait,
No,
when did you meet his cousin?
All right, so long story. Yo, I used to get so bored overnight, and I used to have to watch my son. So, like, when it was my wife's shift, I would get so bored, I'd be like, yo, I'm going to just drive Uber. So, like, I drove Uber one time, and I was like, I just fuck with all the people in the car. So I'll be like, yo, you can only get in this car if, like, you're going to sing karaoke. So, like, I think it was like 3 girls got in the car, and they started singing karaoke. So they, like, added me on Snapchat. So, like, when you won the title, I was like, damn, shout out Big Tone. And I think her name's Maddie.
Okay,
she
yeah.
Was like,
that's one of my little cousins.
I'm trying to think of her last
That's
name.
your cousin, Big Tone, Maddie?
She was like, that's my cousin. I'm like, bro, that ain't your cousin. She's like, yeah, it is. But it was just, like, mad weird.
Yeah, they're all spread out. Like, we got a bunch out in, like, Huntington and
that's where it was. It was Huntington.
Yeah. So that's probably my little one, Madison. Yeah. But yeah. I mean, LI is different. Like, I mean, maybe a couple people here and there would recognize, but like up here, it's kind of like a different world. Like, it's so like self-consumed. Yeah, it's like it's like faces everywhere. Like, you see, like, everyone's a wrestling fan, so it's kind of different up here.
Do you get annoyed? Because I always say when, like, celebrity, not that you're like a huge celebrity, but, like, I'd always be like, oh, I would love taking pictures.
Oh, I'd love that.
Like, is there ever a point where you're like, because I remember I went to the tailgate with you one time, and, like, he dead ass got asked, like, 30 times to take a picture with people. And he was just wearing, like, a tank top and jeans. Like, is there a point where you're like, I want to just wear this, but like, fuck, if someone has to take a picture, I really got to be wearing something else.
Nah, bro, that never dictates my style. Like, I'm gonna rock my plain white tees no matter what.
Oh, wait, you know why else I like Big Tone? I noticed this about the Penn State guys, and I don't know what it is. I always seeing them wear them weird-ass sandals.
Oh, I never seen Big Tone wearing
Mark
those.
Hall be wearing these, like, shoelace motorcycle tire kind of sandals, and Chenzo wears them, too. And I'm like, bro, what are these dudes wearing? Or, like, Birkenstocks.
Yeah. No, I got Tim's in the winter and Nike flops in the summer. That's all.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, when we went to Tailgate, he was just wearing like a tank top with that toothpick.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't got a toothpick in right now, Big Tone.
I know, bro. I got some over there, but
we gotta get you back in.
I'm slacking.
All right, so I mean, I would be bad not to mention the Gable win you had.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
Is that your best win ever? I mean, I was so happy when you won, and I was there when you beat him in Pittsburgh. I remember I almost cried. I was so happy that you won.
Yeah, we're anti-Gable guys as well.
I feel like that win was like better than your finals win. Like, was that a better win for you?
Yeah, the way the seeds worked out, like that's kind of how it was. Like, the semis was the big match. Yeah, because like even though the finals was against the kid who was the only kid to beat me that year. But it was like me kind of in that like adjustment period to like figuring out heavyweight, and so the match against Gable was like the crowd finals. Like that's kind of how it felt. No, and then the finals I agree.
Also, people don't realize like the COVID season saved people like Gable. You know, he's doing all this backflip and shit now, but that season would have happened last year. He'd have lost 2 finals, so he wouldn't be an NCAA champ right now.
Yeah, I wish you were there, Big Tone, last year to beat him again.
True. Yeah, I'd have loved that. You need to put him back down, make him a little humble. Because right now he thinks he runs college wrestling.
I know, bro. I'm happy he has his moment now. You know, I took away enough from him that final year.
I like that. Yeah,
we'll have his day.
I almost don't want you to wrestle him ever again. This way you just end up like you're 2-0 on him forever.
Yeah, that's what I need. There's guys that I wrestled that I'm like, I wish I never wrestled him again.
Yeah. I see he's doing like the WWE. Is that something you would ever want to do? Did they ever reach out to you about that?
Yeah, they reached out to me a bunch. I told them like when I'm done competing like wrestling and MMA, like I'll come by and definitely be interested. But like as of right now, I just want to like compete for actual titles right now,
Yeah, I hear that.
So here's the thing: you go into the WWE, you got a name for yourself?
Ant the Champ.
Ant
Or it's just
the
gonna be
Champ,
Ant the
baby.
Champ.
All right.
Ant the Champ, quick, where can we get that merch? Tell
Yeah,
the
where
people
can we
where
get
can they
that
get that merch.
AntTheChamp.com, baby.
There you go.
I love that. There you go.
I like
Cop
that.
your merch.
Yeah. Wait, a real quick. This is a hazing story. I wanted to tell it before. So, back in my day, like, I was a big hazer. I didn't get hazed, but I was a big hazer back in my day. So, we used to have kids on our team, and like, whether we were like gambling or whatever. So we go on a trip one time, and my same guy Dan was with me, and this kid Darren, I think he was a freshman at the time, and at this time everyone was playing CeeLo, with the dice. So I'm playing this guy in CeeLo, and his mom gave him like $100 to come up for the weekend, like to this tournament. So like, I'm talking, that was this kid's food money. So I take all $100 from him. So he's begging me to keep playing. So I got to teach these little kids a lesson. So I tell him, listen, man, if you win, I'll give you your $100 back. But if you lose, I own you. Like, you're my slave, a legitimate slave.
So he was like,
fuck it, I'll do it. So, he rolls like 666s, which if you know CeeLo, like,
That's
bro.
the best besides a 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. So he rolls a 666. I roll nothing. So I'm about to roll my last hand. I'm like, I got to blow on it. He's like, fuck you, bitch. Give me my money. Bro, I roll. Boom. 4, 5, 6. I own him right there. I own him. I take him as my own. If I had a leash, I'd have put it on him. So, we go into this cabin. Funniest shit in the world. My coach had a turkey caller. So everyone was squeezing this turkey caller. My boy Dan taps me on my shoulder, most serious voice in the world, and goes, hey, Sil. I'm like, yeah, what's up, man? He's like, I got to go to the bathroom. You think you could have Darren pick me up and carry me to the bathroom and then get the turkey caller for me? So I'm like, oh, yeah, no problem, man. So I make Darren get it. Then Dan was a little fuck. He's a PSU guy. After, he pisses all over the seat. And then he tells me, oh, Sil, can you get Darren to wipe the piss off the seat?
Oh, my God.
So not only do I make him wipe a piss seat, now this is like 3 hours later. My coach lends him $20 because he has no money. He can't eat. Yeah. So I'm just casually talking to my coach. I think I just like won a match. My coach is like, hey, Sil, I got a question for you. I'm like, yeah, what's up? He's like, I mean, if you were to sell someone's freedom back to them, how much does it cost? So I was like, what? He's like, I'm like, you're in the slave trade now. So he's like, no, like if I wanted to buy Darren's freedom, what would it cost? So I was like, yeah, a worker like Darren, it's going to run you at least $100. So my coach is like, it's so messed up. He's like, what if I give you $20? I'm like, I just told you $100. So I made my coach buy his freedom. I negotiated $50. So I won $100 off him, a full day of free labor, and $50. So that's the kind of hazing we did like back.
Oh, something like that happened now. You end up like going to jail.
Oh, dude, I'd be in jail. This podcast, before it takes off, might get canceled. But fuck it.
Yeah, bro.
So that's one of the things on my resume. I'm a great negotiator of freedom.
All right, so Big Tone, I know you're trying to get into the UFC and stuff. What's your dream fight? If you could fight one guy, who would it be?
Ngannou, bro. Ngannou for sure.
Yeah?
He got them heavy hands.
Yeah. Big Tone, he got them heavy hands, brother.
Are you going to turn it to a wrestling match?
Yeah, he fought last night. He beat Stipe, which was dope. I mean, he made some good adjustments and knocked him out. But yeah, like those, I love like those kind of dudes where like to the public eye, like they're like these scary monsters, but I always see holes in those dudes' games. Like I feel like if I can take that dude down, I can take that dude down whenever I want to. I can hold him down the entire fight, drop bows on his like those kind of dudes.
I like that you said you're gonna drop bows, not do like a Kamaru Usman.
Yeah, so like yeah, exactly. Like actually be active on top, and yeah, those kind of fights like would be awesome because to the public eye, it's like these big old scary dudes, but
I feel like you would like the public would love you. Like I feel like you'd be a good
persona.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
Would you be a big trash talker? Like, what do you think of like the guys like McGregor and stuff? Is that your style or no?
I don't know if it's my style. I mean, I love watching those dudes. Like those dudes are mad entertaining.
That would be me if I was
me too. I
know. I know, bro. You guys would be going on.
I talk talk all day.
Yo, maybe I'll just sit there and look pretty. I'll have you two talk for me.
Oh yeah.
If you need that, man, you be the most hated fighter because of me. Like dead ass. Like I said this to my brother on the drive here. I was like, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm like, I look at those guys at PSU. I'm like, I really think only Big Tone and Brooks could beat me. Like I dead ass was like I'm like, I don't think any of them could beat me. I'm like, I mean, Chenzo's dope. And part of me, I'm like, yo, maybe he can beat me. But when I see him in person, I'm like, nah, I'll fucking take Chenzo too. Like, and RBY, I ain't even worry about it. He's a small fry now.
Who's your favorite UFC fighter?
Of all time, probably GSP.
Oh, come on, Tone. I fucking hate GSP.
I just like his style. Like he was so well rounded. Like he wasn't like the most. Yeah, like he was just like, yeah, Silva's dope.
You an Izzy guy?
Yeah, I like Izzy.
Oh, I love Cejudo.
See, I like Cejudo.
I love Cejudo.
I do like Cejudo. Yeah. But like his trash game talk, like I know he talks trash, but it's so bad. It's like it's embarrassing.
He's the cringy.
Yeah, it's like he gives wrestlers a bad name for that sense. I gotta say.
You got Jake Paul or Ben Askren winning?
I want Ben Askren.
Yeah, bro. I mean, if he's repping MMA, he's got to win.
If you were a betting man, would you bet Jake Paul or Ben Askren?
Jake Paul's just a big show.
Well, Jake Paul's the favorite. Like Ben Askren's the underdog.
Bro, it was a perfect fight for Jake to take because it was
perfect fight.
He's an MMA fighter, but he's not anything close to a striker. And like,
he's a wrestler. He's a straight up wrestler.
Yeah. So honestly, it's up in the air. Like if I had to throw money on it, I'd probably go Ben, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Most wrestlers stick together.
Yeah.
All right, so here's a question. This is kind of a PSU question. You got another rematch going on. Kyle Dake versus David Taylor. Who you got?
Hypothetically?
Yeah, hypothetically. I mean, we already know what happened the past 3 times, so I mean, let's hear what you think.
I mean, they've wrestled quite a few times, but David right now is on another level. Like he's
this guy. Listen, Tone, I'm gonna tell you something.
What do you want me to say?
What do you want him to pick?
Nah, Tone.
See the guy tomorrow, bro.
Listen, I gotta see the guy tomorrow.
Listen.
Yeah, you know we tagging him in this.
Oh yeah, he's getting tagged. Yeah. Listen, first year, my Jersey boy, my big boy Justin Merberg, bro, was hitting me with like, bro, Kyle Dake can't touch David Taylor. And I'll never forget, like, when they wrestled in the finals and Taylor took him down and, like, Dake looked, like, back and, like, Taylor ran back and was, like, clapping his hands and Shaq was like, that's what champions do, man. They keep wrestling. And I was like, okay, watch.
Oh, yeah, we watched it with
Shaq. I was like, he gonna get his fucking ass whooped. And then when he lost, I was like, yeah. Yeah, to me, I'm not a David Taylor guy. And my favorite my favorite pre-NCAA interview ever, okay? You might even been too young for this. It was David Taylor's freshman year going into the finals. Bubba Jenkins, who got the can from PSU to ASU, wore a full suit to the NCAAs. And they were like, Bubba, what are you doing? Shouldn't you be warming up? And he just said, I always wear a suit when I take care of business. The best interview of all time. That's dope. And then when he beat Taylor, it was like, but this is before like I really like hated David Taylor. I started to hate him like, truthfully, I actually liked him. I hated him once he was going up against Dake. I'm a New York guy, and Dake was on my Fargo team. So I was like, bro, I got to ride with like the home team. Oh, okay. So, and now it's fuck Dake and fuck Jordan Burroughs always. Because we're a Kyle Dake.
Damn, bro. Who you going for 74 kilos then?
Dake,
bro.
He meant fuck Taylor.
I meant fuck Taylor.
Oh, yeah, so nah. I actually got some. This is someone we tried getting on the podcast. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. We tried getting Ferrari on.
Well, maybe now that he sees his Italian brother going, maybe it'll be more.
You got a chance to say your deadlift. Tell me you deadlift more than him, Big Tone.
Yeah, you got to deadlift more than him.
He said 55 or 600?
I think 655.
Let's hear your scores, Big Tone.
I ain't gonna throw numbers out, but I've been in the lifting game a little longer than he has. So
I like that. I like that.
for his age, it's impressive. For his age, I'll say that it's impressive.
Yeah, but listen, he might be a fraud, but Big Tone's like a Mack truck.
Yeah, it's true.
He got a lot of tone behind him. But Tone, listen, man, we appreciate it because listen, as you can see, man, you're gonna stay off the hate list from this, so that in one sense is great. But we really do appreciate
want to thank you, Big Tone. Big Tone, say your handle,
everything.
Ant the Champ Cassar, Insta, Ant the Champ 2020, Twitter, and antthechamp.com merch. And that's it. Yeah, you guys got any merch coming out or whatever?
Yeah, we got some T-shirts dropping. We're gonna send you one, Big Tone.
Yeah,
so after
we need a size.
You have to send us your size. And then we're gonna need you to wear it a few times as well.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wear it. Maybe you go to a fight, toss that bad boy on.
I got you.
All right, thanks a lot, Big Tone.
Big Tone, thanks a lot, man. Catch you later.
Boys, sounds good.
All right, see you.